Hey y'all, welcome to the Filling Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in the market or to just learn from the market. But let me first give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. If you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that, because we learn and we grow together. So with that being said, let's get started. And the first one on the list today is Tesla. As you can see, we closed at 281.95. Tesla traded in this zone here with some resistance around 283.11, support around this 280.84 area, which I had as a gap fill area. So we definitely needed to watch that area for Tesla. Now we broke past that. As you can see, support was around that 279.03. We have broken that level. It is now our resistance. If we should break 277.40, that is our next area of support. Moving to the downside, breaking this area, 276.33 could very well be a support place. We came down to this 275.60. It too can be a support area for us, so we need to be careful. However, I have this 274.62 range as a gap fill territory for Tesla, so we could very well come down to this area. What would be interesting is seeing Tesla break this 274.62. We could very well come down to the 270.74, and I'm going to say this, it would not surprise me to see Tesla at the 270 range. Again, not financial advice, right? So back to the upside, we will definitely need to get back above this 283.11, not far from the 250 EMA, let's say that 283.41. If we should break that, these ATR trailing stop is at 285.10. Now, can we test this? Absolutely. Tesla does what it does. Now, if we should break this 285.10, keep in mind 286.50 is a resistance area, and if we should break that, 289.73 and again 291.11 could very well be a resistance area. So if you are trading Tesla today, keep in mind it normally exceeds its ATR, which is the average true range, and it normally exceeds that. So Tesla does what it does, right? So we are now looking at the SPY, and as you can see, the SPY has come off of a strong move to, we had a 612, 613 high, and it seems like we are back down in this 585 area for the SPY. So we have a lot of support in this area for the SPY. So let's say if we should break 586.08, we could very well come back to 585.81, breaking that 585.56. If we should break that, the 585.29 again is an area of support, and breaking under the 585 area could mean that we could very well come back to this level of 584.42, 584.12 not far away, breaking that 583.45. Now breaking that 583.45, guess what? There's a lot of layers of support here. 582.80, 582.53, 582.20. Again, I look at support and resistance on a smaller scale because when I'm in the trade, I kind of need to know where my possible trouble places are. Let's go back to the upside. If by chance we break back to the upside above 586.67, we can have trouble again for the SPY around 587.20, and if we should break that somewhere around this 588.13 could be a trouble place, and again at 588.33 could possibly be a trouble place. That is our 50 EMA as of now on this 30-minute chart. Now, if we break that level of 588.33, guess what? That 589.20 is within reach, and again the ATR trailing stop 589.46. So those are areas to the upside and to the downside for the SPY. Keep in mind, y'all, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. So we are now looking at NVIDIA. As you can see, that we were trading in this zone here. I had this level of 120.05. We have broken through that level all the way down to this 117. We kind of knew we could have some trouble in this area, 117.07. So let's look at levels, to the downside, 117.07. If we should break that level, we have this area of 117.01. So let's say under 117, we could possibly have trouble again at 116.34, breaking that level, 115.97, again at 115.38. If we break that 115.38 for NVIDIA, we can come back to the 113.72, and breaking that level, 113.34 could be a trouble place for us. Now, back to this upside. Let's say if by chance we break back, let's say we start at 120.05. If we should break back above this 120.05 area, we could, well, let's no 117.07. Let's go back. If we should go 117.07, if we should break back above, 117.60, 117.86, again 118.15, 118.53, again 119.20, and if we should break that 119.75 and this 120.05, breaking above, if we should break that level, we still have trouble at 120, around the 120.24 area and 120.62. There's a few layers of support here at the 120.89. ATR trailing stop is forming at this 121.55. So those are areas for NVIDIA to the upside and to the downside. We have a lot of layers of support, in my opinion. Again, I look at it because it helps on a smaller scale, because it helps me. Trading is what works best for you, and finding the strategy that works best for you and executing your plan. We're now looking at AMD. And we closed at $99.51. We've had a low of $98.50. Price came back to this area here of $99.52. So I need to remember that it's in this zone as of right now. Where are the trouble places? If we should break the $99.52, guess what? It brings us back to another zone around $100.14. If we break that $100.14, the ATR trailing stop is at $100.71. In my opinion, strong support, strong resistance. In this case, it is our resistance area. Now, if we should break that $100.71, we have $100.91, which is the 50 EMA on this 30-minute chart as of now. If we should break that level for AMD, 101.50 could be a trouble place. And again, here at 102.19, I just go to where the price, or 102.26, I go back to where the price has gathered, because something gathered in that area before. If we break the 102.60, we could possibly have trouble again around the 102.80. So those are areas back to the upside that I will watch for AMD. Breaking the 102.80, we have 103.68 could be a trouble place for us. So if you're trading AMD today, those are areas that I would definitely watch, to the upside, to the downside. If we break under this 98.50, we could very well continue declining. Let me see if I can look on the 30-minute, on the daily chart. Well, no. Seems like that's a little, yes. So the daily chart is just about, the same for AMD. So if you're trading AMD today, I would just say trade carefully. Keep in mind, y'all, we do have we have information coming out today. I think it's PCE data. So you have to be very, very careful, because the market can move in either direction. It could give you a false signal as to, it's going to do this, and then we end up doing this. So trade carefully today. Let's look and see. We looked at Tesla. We've looked at the SPY. We've looked at NVIDIA and AMD today. Let's see. Yes, we have. So let's go and see. We do have some inside day candles. Let's look at Disney today. Disney is an inside day candle. What I like to do is give the triggers for those. If by chance we break above 113.12, we have 113.29 as the target. To the downside, under 111.07, as you can see, we were at this area, right? Under 111.07, we have a downside target of 110.03. Disney is an inside day candle. So as Kroger is also an inside day candle. I had to think about the Okay, so above 64.77, we have 64.94 as the target. Under 63.81, we have 63.68 as the downside target for Kroger. It is an inside day candle. So if by chance you trade Kroger, those are the areas that I would watch. Again, not financial advice. We also have MOS as an inside day candle above 25.51, gives us an upside target 25.67. Let's say under 25.03, downside target 25.01. For MOS, it is an inside day candle. Now, MRK is also an inside day candle. Looks like we're breaking through that trigger, 91.02. We've made a high of 91.10. Target to the upside is 91.42. Anything is possible, y'all. So if you're trading MRK, it is an inside day candle to the downside. Now, if by chance we break under 89.23, downside target is 88.82. So I would say trade carefully. I'm going to look at Netflix just to see where we are today. Netflix is trading in a zone here. As we can see here, this level around 962.32 is a support area for us. We have a resistance area around 965.55. That's a trouble place. Breaking to the upside. If we break above 965.55, we could possibly have trouble. 967.99. Again, here at the 969.86, the ATR trailing stop, 50 EMA, and a possible resistance area, which was a support. Now our resistance is at around the 971.51 area. 971 971.56 area. So if by chance Netflix break above this 971.56, just know we could possibly have trouble again. 973.83, not far away, right? And again here at 976.64. And again around the 982.60. So if you're trading Netflix back to the upside, those are areas that I would definitely watch. And it seems like if we break back under this level of 961.89, we can come back and retest this 960 area. Let me see if I can. Okay, under the 960 area, we can come back to 958.35. And if we should break that 958.35, 955 could very well be a support place for us for Netflix. So if you're trading Netflix today, I say trade carefully. I say so often, y'all, in the market, anything is possible, right? Nothing is guaranteed in this market. What's interesting is Palantir. We just come off of what, 125 high, only to come back down to these areas. And as you can see, we had this zone here at 84.48. That was a gap fill area. We have broken out of that level. We had support around the 82.18. I would remember those areas. If you trade Palantir, strong possibility that we're going to very well come back to this place. So if we should lose this, back to the downside, we've already lost the 79.81 area back down to the 79.08. But price, it seems like, they're trying to take the price back to this area here. So if you're trading Palantir today, I would say trade carefully. I'm going to go see if I can look at on the daily chart. Okay, so under this 84.48 area, I have a level 79.81. We set that one again at 72.37. So losing that 79.81, we can come back to 72.37. And if we should break that area, we could come back to 65.21. And under 65.21, the 200 EMA as of now is at that 57.39 for Palantir. And what's interesting to be at the 125.41 down to the 57.39, right? So I say trade carefully in the market. Anything is possible, y'all. So this is what I see when I look at the market. There's so many different ways, again, to trade the market. What's interesting is coming up with a strategy that works best for you and having the discipline to execute your plan, right? So again, keep in mind we have economic data coming out, so the market can move in either direction. My encouragement to you is to trade what you see. We can never predict the market. The market does what it does, so we just react to what we see. So again, I hope everyone have an amazing day today. If you could, please like, share, comment, subscribe. We learn and we grow together. With that being said, y'all be blessed as well as a blessing unto others.